that he went on.
Yeah, I mean, he said more than circumstantial evidence, more proof that there was collusion between President Trump and Russia, and it was just all false. And frankly, now we know it was. Now that we've seen information, now that the Durham report is, this wasn't just any member of Congress making that statement. This wasn't just any chairman making that statement. This was the chairman of the Intel Committee, the committee that gets additional information than the rest of us get, going on television and saying something that was not true.
I'm going to break down one of the biggest political scandals in recent memory, how Adam Schiff and the media misled the American people about Trump-Russia collusion. What was sold as evidence turned out to be nothing but a lie, and Congressman Jim Jordan just exposed it in full. Stick with me because this is a story about truth, corruption, and accountability. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss updates like this.
He said more than circumstantial evidence, more proof that there was collusion between President Trump and Russia, and it was just all false. And frankly, now we know it was. Now that we've seen information, now that the Durham report has indicted Mr. Zussman and Mr. Danchenko, and even the Washington Post has had to apologize and retract some of the things they wrote back then based on things Mr. Schiff was saying. And I think this is important for members of Congress to understand. This wasn't just any member of Congress making that statement. This wasn't just any chairman making that statement. This was the chairman of the Intel Committee, the committee that gets additional information than the rest of us get, going on television and saying something that was not true. That's the concern. And that is why so many Americans are upset with what took place for 3 years, all based on baloney. So much baloney that the Washington Post had to walk it back. So this is what's critical. And, you know, look, but to Mr. Cole's point, we're happy to work with the inspector. We like the inspector generals. Inspector General Horowitz, his reports on what the FISA court's been doing, those have been tremendous. So we want to work with them. We want to get information. But it would have been nice if they would have worked with us and we could have put something together. But no, couldn't do it that way. We're going to just pile it in one bill. We're going to bring it in front of the Rules Committee, take it to the floor, and pass it.
Adam Schiff, as chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, went on national television saying he had more than circumstantial evidence that Donald Trump colluded with Russia. This wasn't just a random member of Congress. This was the head of the Intel Committee, someone with access to classified information making claims that carried enormous weight. But as we now know, those claims were completely baseless. The Durham report shattered the entire narrative. It confirmed that the collusion story was built on lies. Even major media outlets that pushed this narrative, like the Washington Post, have been forced to retract parts of their reporting. What Schiff told America for years turned out to be fiction, and millions of people were deceived. Congressman Jim Jordan didn't hold back. He called out Schiff for misleading the public and using his position to spread falsehoods. Jordan made it clear, this wasn't just politics. This was about deliberately pushing a narrative that tore the country apart for years. He also slammed the Democrats' process of piling unrelated legislation into massive bills, shutting out honest cooperation. Jordan pointed to Inspector General Horowitz's reports on FISA abuses, praising them for shedding light on corruption. But he warned, if leaders in Washington can lie so openly without facing consequences, what else are they hiding? Closed-door politics, unchecked lies, and a media willing to amplify them, it all adds up to a betrayal of public trust. Here's the bottom line. The Trump-Russia collusion story wasn't just a mistake. It was one of the biggest political lies in recent history. Adam Schiff and his allies in the media sold a deception, and the American people paid the price. Jim Jordan is now demanding accountability, and so should we. If you believe it's time to hold Washington accountable, hit that subscribe button right now on Capitol Insights, and join me as we continue to expose the truth.